So in this video, I want to thank one of our very courageous subscribers for opening up and being vulnerable and talking about addiction. So this video is going to be about addiction, how to get over it. And we're talking about any kind of addiction. It could be substance or people or shopping. And we're going to break it down to understand what addiction is and how we can reverse it. Why do we do it in the first place? How is it serving us, right? Serving us. And to understand that with respect to it, because there's a lot of judgment when we are attaching to anything that is outside of us, which is an addiction. So we are all addicted to our outer world. And now, what we will be addicted to depends, right? It's really hot here in Athens, and this is a very beautiful and very... when I read the message, I want to share this. I felt like this deep within my heart, this... Wow, I felt the pain. I felt the willingness and the power to change, of this beautiful person. And I also felt this wanting, this very powerful from inside of me, like fire igniting and saying, I want to do so much and give out so much of whatever it is I know that has helped me and so many others. I want to share it with all of you. So it gave me this, I don't know how to call it, like this wanting to give more. So thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing your pain with us. It needs courage, right? I want to tell you that you are courageous. It's courageous to ask for help and to share anything that troubles us. It's not something we do easily, but when we do, we're supposed to, remind each other how important it is and how courageous it is. So I want to say a big bravo to you and thank you. Thank you for also showing me that my work matters. It's important that I see that it does touch you guys, that it helps you in your journey, and it helps you love yourselves more and break through whatever is holding you down right now. So let's go back to the topic. Addiction. Addiction is our need to fill up an inner void by attaching to anything that is outside of us. And the reason why we do it in the first place is because we are trying to soothe an emotion that we have not yet allowed to feel through and process. We may have done increments of it. So in the comment, I read that you're on a healing journey, you have been connected to the divine, to God, and still this addiction is there. But okay, so first of all, I want to explain that growing through and healing through the addiction, any kind of addiction, needs time and space, its own. We don't know. The moment we make it like about a schedule and it has to be done, we're actually forcing it. So we need to have respect for this attachment because there is pain there. Now, the more we start layer by layer, feeling through the layers of unprocessed pain, the addiction falls off on its own. And I'll explain to you what I mean. Addiction on its own is a way for us to self-soothe because we haven't found another way to do it. The moment we find the way that is the actual, way to grow through whatever addiction we have, right? To grow through and from the pain instead of, not want to feel the pain, through the pain and attach ourselves. What we want to do instead is allow to attach, because the moment we're attaching, the moment we're getting addicted or doing the addictive pattern, we are trying to escape in that moment that negative emotion and feeling and thought. There's judgment there, there's shaming, so the moment we make feeling okay, layers and layers of feeling through the shame, the pain, which, we would need somebody to hold space for us. It helps a lot. I mean, we don't have to do this on our own, but we do need a trauma-informed practitioner, one that could take, or a shaman. I don't know, for everybody it's different, right? It doesn't have to be specific. You don't have to listen to what I would think makes sense. You need to find what resonates with you, to see who you feel safe with, what techniques feel safe for you. You need somebody's unconditional presence in that moment if you can't do it for yourself, right? You would ask for help from the universe. I also do one-to-one sessions. Now, this is just, but you need to find what resonates with you. So then what I would do is I would go through layers and layers of feeling through whatever has not been allowed to be felt yet. And to feel through means, because most of the times when we have addictions, what we do is we allow to feel, and then in that moment there's also the shame. This shouldn't have happened, so either I attach myself to the addiction, I shame myself, or if I feel the emotion, I shame myself. So shaming, what it does, so there's the sadness, let's say, right, the pain, and then there's the shame, the shaming. So there's an emotion, a meta emotion, and these work together. So what we would need to do is first make it okay to have an addiction, to need to cling onto anything on our outer world. Because you see, the whole process of making this very, very, this addiction as something that we cannot break, right, is because there is that shaming of the pattern, which actually reinforces the pattern. So the shaming actually reinforces it. So what we would want to do is first look at that part of us that is shaming us as lesser than, or weak, or bad, or wrong, or whatever. And in that moment, say to our inner child, hey, I'm here for you. So our inner child is being shamed in that moment, but our inner judge, which is our inner parent, needs also some love and support, because that part of ourselves is trying to protect ourselves. That's why it's shaming us. It's saying, hey, you're doing it wrong, you're hurting us. But what we want to do is we want to take care of that inner judge to say, hey, I'm here for you too. So what we want to do to reverse this, look, we cannot reverse any addictive pattern. This happens on its own, because we cannot do it on free will. We cannot force to shift it. And if we do, it's going to be, it's going to change. It's going to go somewhere else. This pattern is going to go somewhere else. Now, if this is a dangerous pattern, you would want to talk with somebody that is, like if it's hurting your health, you would want to talk to somebody and find somebody that resonates with you and ask for help, right? You don't want to do anything on your own. You don't have to. It doesn't prove anything. It's powerful to be vulnerable and to ask and to receive. Some of us think that it's not powerful. But it's powerful. So please don't be strict with yourself. Allow to receive and allow to be taken care of as well by others. It's important to open up to trust, right? I know it's challenging and scary, but it's important. Now, so what we want to understand is the mechanics of addiction. So there's one part of us that has the void, the need that nobody's taking care of. And then because we're not taking care of it and we're making it wrong, then there's a pattern of addiction. That's the clinging on the outer world that's trying to take love from the outer world to fill up the void, and it's trying to push away pain from the outer world so that we can save ourselves that way, protect ourselves, defend ourselves. So because of this system that is not working in the moment, or is not working as much as we would want, we resort to addictions. So the addiction plays the role and is there, right, until we're able to, again, layer by layer, in due time, feel through that need to cling. And in the moment that we need to cling, like let's say we do the addictive pattern of shopping, of smoking, and whatever, right? Whatever it is, I want you to catch yourselves in that moment. There is an emotion and a feeling that I'm wanting to escape. And instead of only escaping, we could take care of that neediness in that moment and say to our inner child, I'm here for you. And then look at the inner judge that's shaming and blaming and saying, hey, I'm here for you too. And the I am here can be our consciousness, our voice, or the voice of universe, of God, whatever you feel that resonates, of your higher self. So in that moment, you can allow, so basically, what we want to do to reverse the addictive pattern is to say yes to addiction. And I know this sounds counterintuitive, but saying no to it is shaming it. We want to make it right. When we make the addiction right, that it's okay to have this need to be addicted, then we could take care of its need, emotional need, be there for it, start soothing it, and wanting the addiction to play out instead of wanting it to remove itself, right? Let's say food, wanting to feel the void, and then if we take the food and eat it, and then then there's shame. So after the addictive pattern, we feel ashamed. So want to feel the shame, want to feel the judgment by saying, I'm here for you to the judged, the one that judges and shames, and saying, I'm here for you to the one that's shamed and judged. So if I catch myself after the pattern of attachment, of addiction, I go to shame and love myself there by just saying I'm here and allowing to feel through the uncomfortable emotion feeling in our body through sensations. And if we catch ourselves feeling whatever we're feeling before the addictive pattern has begun, we want to again talk to our inner child, say, I'm here for you, I know you need me and I don't know how to be here for you. And talk to the inner judge and say, hey, I know you are wanting to take care of us, that's why you're strict and you're judgmental and you're shaming. I know, I'm here for you. So let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know if you want more on this topic. I find that addiction on any level is our guide, is our teacher to unconditional love, as long as we see it as a teacher and not see it as the enemy to shame ourselves and fight ourselves through it. So we don't want to change addiction. We want to feel through addiction. We want to make addiction right, not wrong. So my name is Maron, I'm the founder of Awakening Games, and in this video I will conclude here and also introduce my courses. I'm actually in the process of creating game shops for different topics that I've made with so much love. And of course, I would love for you, if you find this content valuable, to like, share, and subscribe and comment. Do reach out. Again, I'm very grateful for our courageous subscriber. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for the inspiration. Thank you for the empowerment. You really, really, reminded me why it's important to do the videos I do. And thank you so much for it. And I'm sure you're going to find your way. We all will, as long as we want it. The fact that we haven't found it yet doesn't mean we won't. As long as we're wanting it, we will. And that's certain.